Hey, 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 what's up, y'all? It's Plant-Based with Nicole podcast. I'm your host, Nicole Richey, coming to you live. Yes, you guys, as always, I always have special treats for you. Today, I have, according to Trin, coming on here. She restored her health through juice fasting for 165 days. She not only restored her health, but she also lost 52 pounds. So we're going to talk about her juicing lifestyle, as well as how she restored her health, like what special tips any tips she has for us, hey guys, come on in the room. I have my guest coming on here shortly. According to Trin, she restored her health through juice fasting for 165 days. She also dropped 52 pounds. Some of y'all been trying to lose weight. Well, let's see what she did to lose weight. Hey guys, come on in. Share the live if you feel led into your inbox. We want to reach as many people as we can. I'm Nicole Richey, in case you guys are coming on here late. This is my podcast, Plant-Based with Nicole. Let me give a shout out. We got Jacqueline in the room. We got Latrell. We got Bote, Kayo, Tamala, Madge, Matthews, Lloyd, Beautiful Butterflower. Sorry, I know I messed that up. Deza Cruz. Oh, Butterfly. My bad. Hey guys, excuse me. We're just waiting for my guest to come on. Are you saying, oh wow, because I said your name wrong? How's everybody doing today? Where are you guys tuning in from? You know, everybody always asks that when they're on the live. I'm from Cali. Where y'all from? Come on in. I'm just waiting for my guest. It's 4:01. Where you at? According to Trend, girl, you're late. No. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was reading too fast. New Jersey in the house. Okay, we got New Jersey in the house. Madge Matthews says, I'm on day 14 of my first juice fast and feeling great. Oh, wow. Girl, I'm going to give you some props. So you've only been drinking juices for 14 days. I'm going to give you mad props for that because that's not my ministry. Okay. That is not the gift that God blessed me with, to be able to go without food for. Oh, UK in the house. Okay, UK Wells. I should be in bed. Okay, I see my guest. Go ahead and request to join. Okay, here she comes. Thank you guys. You guys don't go anywhere. Pass this live on to some of your friends. Lifestyle. I'm hot, y'all. I gotta turn my fan, so it's gonna make noise. I hope y'all don't mind, but I feel like I'm about to pass out up in here. Hey, girl.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you? Can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me? Oh, I don't know.
Yes, I can. Now let's make sure. Audience, can you guys give me a heart if you can hear both of us? I want to make sure you guys are able to hear both of us. I'm so excited to have you on finally.
Finally, right? Finally.
Yeah.
So
we've been working at this for a while.
No, thank you for coming back again and actually chasing me to make sure, because I know at first it was difficult, but we got this. We here now.
Yeah. I'm like, it didn't work the first time, so I put it in my calendar to remind myself, let me follow up with her again, because once I want to interview somebody, I usually don't really just let it pass until it's done. Otherwise, I'm always going to think about it, like, oh, I wonder what it'd be like to interview her. No.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. So let's just dive on in. First, I gotta turn on my fan, y'all. Sorry, I'm hot.
Okay.
I'm perimenopausal, y'all, so sometimes I'll be having hot flashes. Actually, today it's just hot in the house because it's hot outside, but sometimes I'll be having hot flashes.
That's okay.
Going through it.
I understand.
Yeah. I didn't see no heart. Did they give us a heart to say they can hear both of us?
They can hear.
I see some hearts. Okay, good. All right, so let's get into it, girl. So you all about that juicing lifestyle. Okay. One thing I don't remember if I asked you this first, because sometimes when I see people's page and depending on their content, I always assume they eat a vegan diet. But one time there was someone who was juicing all the time, but she wasn't eating a vegan diet. So remind me, do you eat a vegan diet?
Let's just say I'm not going to say I'm vegan, and I'm not going to say I'm raw. I want to say I am vegetarian, but honestly, I'm an island girl, and the last thing to ever leave me is the island food. So I want to say 99 point whatever, but the goal is to go fully 100%. And like anything, it is a journey. So just
That's funny because I totally never even asked you that in the first place. Like normally, this podcast I interview people who eat vegan, but I totally forgot to ask you that ever. But it's okay, you know. So you but your focus is the juicing lifestyle. Why?
Well,
Why? No.
It's actually deeper than that. So
Break it down, girl.
It's my way to plant-based, and I want to say a plant-based lifestyle. And I was discussing it a few days ago because I have a juice support group, and we were just talking about how deep it is. Like, people say they're vegans, but then they use a lot of products on their skin, their hair, and it is just a total amount of chemicals that you're constantly putting into your body. So juice fasting has allowed me the ability to reboot my health, but now I'm on the journey to have a plant-based lifestyle, and it goes with what I'm putting in my hair, the products, what I'm putting on my face. As you can tell, most times I don't wear makeup, and if I wear makeup for something, it's off. So things that we're washing our clothes with. So the juicing actually has opened the door for me to go deeper into having a lifestyle, plant-based, no chemicals. Well, we pray for that.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be nice? Okay, so how long have you been juicing? Like, when did you start this whole phase of juicing?
I probably started about 12 years ago. Gosh. So I remember it like it was yesterday. I was in Target, and my son, actually 11 years ago, my son was 2. Is it 10? Yeah. My son was 2 at the time, and I was checking out in Target, and the lady said, "How far are you?" And I looked at her. I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "How far is the baby?" I said, "My baby is 2." So, it actually, I felt it because I already had 2 more children, and my baby was 2, and I thought about it. I left, and I just kept thinking, like, I can't believe she thought I was pregnant. Like, I didn't even see myself. So I got home.
Before you go on, I've learned a long time ago never to assume someone is pregnant, even if they look like they are, because I was so moated before. I was so embarrassed. Like, that happened to me, and I will never do that again.
No.
Go ahead.
I did it. I had my share, and I'm done. I don't even say anything. So I drove home, and I just kept thinking, like, my God, like, she actually thought I was pregnant. But that goes to show you that you can get so much into a place where you don't realize how you look and what's going on with you and how you're feeling. You're ignoring everything. I ignored everything. And so I went home, and I got on the phone late at night, the computer, and I was just looking at in terms of how to lose this belly. That's the thing that had me. How do I lose this belly?
Right.
I looked at everything. I laughed because I said, "No, I'm not going to do that." Then I stumbled across Joe Cross.
Oh, yeah.
I watched his documentary that night. The next day,
what's the name of it again?
Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead.
Yes, that was a good one.
I watched it that night because what she told me, it was too much for me. And that night I watched it. The next day, I went on a fast. I didn't know anything about it. This is about 12 years ago. I bought me a juicer, went into it. I did it for 40 days.
40?
The very first time. And it's simply because I saw a man that actually lost the belly. Remember, it was mental. I was about the belly.
Right.
Okay, I got to get thin. And I watched that documentary. He was fat, sick, and nearly dead. And I said, well, if he looks like this, and he did that, then maybe I could do it. So I started putting one plus one together, and I just went on it, whole turkey. I just wanted to lose the stomach. That was it. And I totally changed I just kept going. I didn't have any direction, anything. So that was about 12 years ago. So fast forwarding to 2020 was when I went into a crisis, and it got really personal because I was like, I'm having all these problems, noticing that when I'm eating, wait, I just answered one question. I'm going into a whole nother thing.
It's okay, girl. Girl, you speak.
Okay.
Preach.
So the first encounter was simply to lose weight. I wanted to lose weight. Second encounter was in 2020. But within that time period, I would juice from time to time. And then I would have people tell me, I don't like when you juice because you get too thin, you know. But for me, I already knew what the woman told me about my stomach. So anyhow, in 2020, I was having some problems, and the beginning of 2020, and just have a tissue paper here, and imagine this is straight. Imagine the top part is going one way, and the bottom part is going one way. And this is what I dealt with for probably 2 to 3 months, this. And you don't understand the discomfort. And I just felt as though like something was going to pop, something. I didn't know what it was. Then, to make matters worse, it was COVID around that time. So 2020, we are in COVID, a COVID world now. And I have this situation, and I said, you know what? If this doesn't take me out, COVID is. If COVID doesn't take me out, this is. So I went to a GI. I went to my medical doctor, and she said, I'm going to refer you to a GI. And I just started laughing, like, I need to go to a stomach doctor. So I kept thinking about, oh my gosh, my father, my grandmother, all of the family members that I lost. And I just said, I can't do this. So I went to GI. He said, we're going in for a colonoscopy and an endoscopy. Now I got worried because here I am. I'm thinking, how am I going to deal with this? I'm freaked out. So I went.
Oh my God. Wait, before you, girl, when you just said endoscopy, why did I have a dream about that last night? Because I had one before a long time ago. But when you just said that, it just reminded me of my dream last night. Like, why was I dreaming about that? That's weird. That's so weird. Because it was years ago when I had it. But anyway, go ahead. I didn't like that. But go ahead.
It's every 5 years. And, I lost my father in I can't even remember. I'm sorry. I lost him a few years ago. And it was due to a bunch of ailments, it's fine, but cancer. And because of him having cancer in the colon, then I had to do the endoscopy and the colonoscopy. So I did it all one day. And the GI had me come back in the office, and he said, you're fine, everything's good. And at that point, I said, but doc, it still hurts. This is like, it's still going on. And he said, well, I'm going to recommend that you take this pill every day before you eat on an empty stomach. And I can never forget, and I couldn't even pronounce names of pills. And I learned that name. I researched it. Omeprazole.
Which is the generic version of Prilosec.
Yes. So I looked it up online. I wanted to hear what people had to say about it. And he said nothing was wrong. So I just told him in the office, if nothing is wrong, why do I have to take the tablet every day on an empty stomach? He said, well, it'll coat your stomach so that when you start to eat, then you wouldn't have that problem. And I actually remember standing outside of his office, doing a WhatsApp video just for my family to see. And I was in tears because I said, I have to take this pill, and I don't want to be like my family members. I know one pill when you start taking one pill, there's going to be some sort of side effect. Then there's going to be the next pill because you have to treat that other side effect. And all you're constantly doing is treating it rather than, getting to the root of it. So I cried that day. In addition to that, I was having so many different problems when I would eat my food. My hands would tingle, my feet would tingle. There was burning sensation in my feet. My numbers were I felt just like Joe Cross, fat, sick, and nearly dead. And at this point in 2020, I just said, I told myself, I know exactly what to do. So I decided that I'm going to start sharing it. And well, that wasn't me. Let me be honest. God told me to share it. And I was like, no, I'm not sharing this. And God was like, you got to share it to people. And it's 2020. And I'm like, okay, everybody's home. People can see this is me. This is my transparency. Like, I didn't want anyone to see me in that state. And he said, I need you to go ahead and show yourself to people. And I'm going to lead you through this day by day. So my first video I made at a park, and I intentionally held the camera like this. You know how we do it like this? Once ago,
Right.
used to angle it. I angled it because I did not even want people to see where I was. And that was day one. And my goal was I need to make it to 7 to 10 days, and I think I'll be good. And by the second week, I woke up one morning and I just looked around like something's wrong, something's different. And I realized it was gone. It probably was gone by a week and a half before the 2 week, but I just didn't realize it. I was feeling so good.
Powerful is juices. Wow.
And I got in that state. For me, it was, I didn't want to eat my food and feel the burning sensation. I didn't want to have the tingling. I knew my numbers were crazy. They were telling me, like all these things that ran in my family. And here I am, I'm literally there. And for me, it was, I wanted to live. And I said, you know what? I did it before. I can do it again. I just never knew that I was crazy enough to go that long because I kept feeling better. So within 2 weeks, this stomach, that was gone. And the burning sensation, I actually still had that into like probably the third week. Then all of a sudden that was gone. And by the first month in, I felt great. I was not hungry. People keep saying,
Really?
Oh, I'm hungry. It's food. I always tell people, imagine putting all of the fruits and vegetables on a table and just say, okay, imagine putting, let's just say $200 worth of it on a table. It's a lot. Can you eat that in a week? Probably not. But can you juice it in a week? Absolutely. So it's nutrition just in liquid form. So I tell people every time I got hungry, there's a certain fruit you have to juice with. I'll answer it in a minute. Every time I got hungry, this is what I did.
It would take away the hunger after you drink it.
Absolutely. So the first day is very trying. If you can be by yourself, the first 2 days is very important because if anybody comes around you with anything, it will get to you. So the first day for me was but here's the thing. I was just in this mode where I wanted to heal. I didn't care. I got there. When you had enough and your health is compromised, you're like, I'm going to do it. So I didn't care about being hungry. And this is another thing that worked for me. Every day I got on the scale. That was my gift. Every day, the first day I lost like 2 to 3 pounds. By the second day, I'm down another 2 to 3 pounds. Of course I'm happy. By the 7th day, I'm down 10 pounds. So by the second week, I felt great. I was not hungry. I just kept going. And anyhow, I kept going. I made it to 40 days and I said,
and this is the second time, right?
The second time. And I said, I think I'm passing the first round of juicing. And I did. When I looked up, It was, I remember, day 60. So I just started, I wanted to share because people were asking. And what got to me is just hearing people, getting messages from people all over the globe. There were messages that I couldn't even respond to because of the language barrier. But just people from Norway, from Africa, from Australia, just telling me that I need help too. I need the same. I'm in a situation. That helped me to even go more. The transparency that told me to do it, it helped me on my health and wellness journey. And didn't know that it would inspire people, but I just kept going. So I decided that every 10 days, I'm showing up. Every 10 days. And every day I stood in a certain place in my house every day and I juiced. I had a Cerrigo juicer, Amazon, $130. Let me tell you about that juicer. It saved my life. It was $130, a little cold press juicer.
That's called investing in your health.
But I had to buy that juicer 4 times because in the 5 months that I was juicing, the filter broke 4 times, and they didn't have any replacement. So I was screwed. And in between that time, I had to go to Target and just get something cheap until the new one came. So in the 5 months, I had to replace that juicer, and it did not stop me. I wanted to heal, and I just kept going. Next thing I looked up, I was at day 80. And then I did.
Now, were you eating food a little bit here and there in this? It was just all juice for 80 days.
80 days. Jesus. 80 days, all juice. And then I did a poll.
Take the wheel, Jesus. Take the wheel.
No, you feel, there is a feeling that I cannot explain to you. And there are people that go on long-term juice fasts, and we can all relate because there is that mental, your brain is not fogged anymore. Like some days we cannot think. You feel alive. You feel refreshed. You don't need a lot of sleep. And
really?
the first time on that fast, well, the second time, when I think I was on week probably 2, I realized that my body would shut down at a certain time of night, and then early in the morning, I got up with the chickens. I can hear the little, like I was so alert. You had this sort of alertness. When you're on a long-term fast, it's more, it's deeper than what we think it is. You're healing your whole body. It's like a mind and body connection. And I cannot explain it, but it's just, it makes you feel, I felt like a bird.
You felt
I was an
like
animal.
you were just like flying in heaven or something.
I felt light, and I felt like I was flying. And like I told you, one thing I always tell people, the first week on your fast, you need juice. I need you to buy as much as you can because you're going to need it. Because your mind is not there yet. Your mind's constantly fighting you like, why don't you just take a bite of something? Why? Your mind is fighting you. And your mind wants you to eat, but your body is actually satisfied. So it's just connecting the mind and the body, and then you're good. Yeah. So anyway, I did a poll, and by day, I asked people, could I get to day 100? Honestly, I didn't think I could. And I did a poll, and I had about 80% of people that said yes. So I got to day 100, and then I also followed Juice Guru at the time. I still follow her, and she was such an inspiration because I said, oh, well, I hit 100. I said, well, I'm way past Joe Cross, and it wasn't about that. Again, healing. But then I realized, well, he did 60, I did 100, and then I faxed the question now, how long can I really do this thing? So I looked up, juice fasting, and she came up on Instagram in 2020, and she juiced for 150 days. So I just said, okay, God, we just gonna go day
5 months. Wait a minute, that's like 5 months.
5 months. Just yeah. So with her, her fast was personal because her health was compromised, and she just got into that mental state. When you would see me, I actually, here's another thing. While I was on my fast, I was working out. I was lifting weights. I was doing a lot of HIIT. The doctors, I'm going to come back to the comments. The doctors actually told me, wait, I'm going back and forth. I need to really say this, but on the fast, 2 months in, I had to go to the doctor, back to my general physician, simply because she wanted to know how the endoscopy and she wanted to talk to me about that. So we spoke about that, and 2 months after the endoscopy, when she saw me, she looked at me and she was like this. She stood in the room. She's like, oh my God, what happened? And I said, what do you mean what happened? She's like, oh my gosh, like you're a different person. And they did the blood work and everything.
Because you were smaller.
Because
you were smaller. Yeah.
All my numbers went down. All my numbers changed. And she said, what are you doing? And while she was, she was talking to me, of course she had to, she's like making sure, like seriously, legit. I said, I'm juice fasting. And I explained to her, she said, I've heard about it, but I don't know about it. So I said, you know what, I needed something. And she said, if that's what you're doing, continue. She said, I'm proud of you. I don't know how it works, but continue to do what you're doing, because she said, I like where you're at. She said, she was saying that your blood pressure is that of like a young teen. And, she just kept saying to me, if it's working, just do it. So that alone actually kept me in a mental state of, actually, it's working. If the doctor tell me it's okay, then you can still do it.
Exactly.
Also, what I want to share was, of course, I live in South Florida. During the fast, I went to the beach one Sunday morning, and I don't know how to swim. I'm an island girl from the Bahamas. Don't know how to swim. We were just taught, go sit in the water. So here I am in my 40s, and I went to the beach, still on the fast, and I'm just standing in the water, my hands down, standing in the water, and I felt like this shock. This is a jellyfish. I got bit.
Oh, so, snap. Wait a minute now. Aren't those the things that you could die from?
I don't know if you can die from it, but I know it's not good, and I know you need like help.
Is that the ones where you gotta have somebody pee on you to kill it?
Well, all that stuff.
Oh, snap.
So I ran to the lifeguard. I'm like, I don't know what happened. And they looked at it. They said, you just got stung with a jellyfish. And, there was some on the shoreline, so they showed it to me, and they told me what I could do. And then, either go to the provider or the hospital. So I went to the provider. And the one thing I was thinking about with the jellyfish bite was, I'm on my fast. Like, can I take my antibiotics on the fast? So I had at the time, I was seen by a different doctor. She took almost an hour in the room with me. I told her I was on a fast, a juice fast, and she was much more older than me. She's like in her 60s, and she started telling me about her health problems. We had a long, this is me trying to figure out this whole jellyfish bite. And while we were talking, she actually was in the books. She was making sure that it was safe for me to take my antibiotics while I was on the fast. And she said, hey, it's fine. And I said, okay, good. And that was my only concern. Like, I don't want to mess this up. And
yeah, because like most medications, you have to have food on your stomach.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And this antibiotic, she said it was fine. I was okay. And as long as she said it was okay, I said, okay, I guess it's fine. So I told her what day I was on, and she started telling me, I have a juicer. It's just old in the cupboard. And then she said, I'm going to dust it off. So I've encountered these things on my fast, and that was probably between 80 and 100. But again, I was just thinking about, am I going to be able to do my fast with this jellyfish bite? So anyhow, here we go. Fast forward along, made it to 100. And at 100, I just say, hey, let's go day by day. So the goal was, I'm taking it one day at a time. And that's what I really tell people. If you're going to do it, just go take it one day at a time. You know how much you can handle, but again, you're not hungry. Because you're flooding your body, you're flushing, and you're feeding yourself. It's just liquid. So I got to, I think, about my birthday, and I had friends and family call me. So what are you going to eat for your birthday? Are you going to juice for your birthday? What are you going to do? I said, I'm going to juice. So on my birthday of 2020, 5 months in, I decided that I called up 3 juice bars and I went to the owners and interviewed them on my birthday. And I shared with people that if you don't have a juicer and if you can't find juices, I would suggest you go to a local juice bar and support these 3 in the neighborhood. So on my birthday, that's what I did. I didn't eat, because I told people like, but why am I going to stop the fast? So I can just go out.
Discipline, girl.
But, why stop the fast so I can eat the same foolishness that made me sick? Like, I'm healing. When am I going to have the chance to heal again? Like, the time is now. I told you, I got in that space mentally. And I was like, I'm doing this. It doesn't matter how long it takes. And when I got to so anyhow, birthday came and went. And I was really proud that I actually took it that far. Birthday came and went. And that was December 12th. And I juiced until December 20th. So after the birthday, every day I was like, okay, is it time? Every day I started to get, like I told you, I felt like a bird. That's what I felt. That's the best way to explain it. I felt light, like you can blow at me and I would fly. I started to get thin, like super thin. Again, doctors, they looked at the numbers, everything same and looked okay. But for me, I just said, I think it's smart for me to start to come to an end on the fast. And I went to 150 and I said, well, I think I passed with Juice Guru. And again, it was not about that, but I was like, I'm here. And then another thing I thought was that I don't see people my color that look like me just doing this, and how can I set an example for someone else to follow, So I got to 160, and at 160, I just felt like, maybe now, maybe now. And every day until I woke up one day and I just said, this is it. Today's the day. And I finished, and I just said, if I was going to finish, it has to be at, either an odd number, like 165 or go to 170. And I thought I could do 200, but I thought I was not going to push it.
Yeah.
At that point. And I stopped at 165. And the next day was, I still drank my juices. I had smoothie and I had soft fruits to get back, because coming off of a fast, many people think, oh my God, I lost all this weight. I healed my body. I can just go ahead and grab a meal. No,
nope.
Absolutely not. You will shock your system.
You got to transition.
Yes. Everything was, everything is in this state where it's shut down, like, and now it's like you have to wake it up slowly. So,
what kind of foods did you eat to break your fast?
Oh my gosh. Watermelon. Great. A lot of soft fruits, very soft. I put bananas in my smoothies, bananas and strawberries. Do not put milk in your smoothie. Do not put any form of milk in it. You're coming off of a fast. You're introducing, your body back to it. So I would have smoothies with water and my fruits and vegetables in it, as basic as possible. Remember, the juices were absolutely delicious. So at that point, I was still enjoying my juices. I was having the smoothies. My stomach was filling up with little to no foods. Just, I can eat this much and I'm full.
Because your stomach shrunk.
My stomach shrunk. Yep. And again, going back into solids, remember, if you're juicing for, 2 months or a month, don't go thinking that, okay, in a week I'm going to go back on solids. Give yourself time to slowly get back on the solids. Yeah. So for me, it was a transition. Luckily, I loved fruits, and I transitioned with the fruits. Like I said, the grapes, watermelon, anything soft, papayas, banana, and smoothies and juices. So that was my transition. And working out also on the fast. I don't have my bottle, but I would always run with a water bottle, a 16-ounce water bottle. When I went to a boot camp, my local boot camp, I asked, actually I told them, and it's smart to tell people if you're going to work out, what you're doing. Because I told them, like, look, I told my coaches, I just saw her on here not too long ago. I said, look, I'm on a juice fast. And they didn't know what the heck it was. And we'd always laugh about it because they're like, oh, she's on day 900 and some. But the thing is, they got to see, just as people throughout the globe got to see it, they got to experience it, you know. So when we go and run on cardio days, my 3 miles before I work out, I would be holding my water bottle, 16 ounce, and I'm just running with it. And when I come back, it's still full. But the thing was that I didn't know my body to know that, hey, I need to run without it. So again, that was me being cautious and me also letting them know that, hey, if I pass out, if you have to call the ambulance, EMS, whatever, let them know that I'm on a juice fast, you know. And then the water would just be there for me in case there was one time that I just sat down because I literally, it was 6 o'clock in the morning as we work out, and I'm sleepy. I really don't even want to get up. But we ran, and halfway in the run, I was tired. So I sat down, sipped it a little, got back up, and kept going. And that was the one time I needed to use it, and I used like just sips of it. But it's important to just have those. So I made sure that if I was going to do this, I wanted to be prepared. I didn't know what my body can do. I just knew that other people, that's why I looked at models and love Juice Guru. What I saw her do, I said, if she can do it, maybe then I can go past it. And that's why I looked at other people as models, and then I just kept going. Just kept incorporating what I needed for me. So the journey was what was truly led by God to share with people, because I just said that if Joe Cross is able to do it, then why can't I do it? You know, and it's just to inspire people, let them know that, you know, don't knock it until you try it, because sometimes we shut things down so quickly, we don't even understand what our body is in need of. And if we can just fully like listen to our body and decide that, you know, I'm going to shut all the noise out and I'm going to heal. Nobody's going to heal for you. It's like you have to do it for yourself. You have to make it personal. I have a whole family that I wanted to live for. So I had to do it. And I just felt as though, so from 2020 to now, I've just been really sharing and encouraging people and telling them, you know, that, hey, you know, you can reverse that ailment, that disease. You can. It's just what you're putting into your body. It's just your choice.
Yeah, exactly. That's amazing. So when you did this for 165 days, you ended up healing what you needed to heal like within the first couple of weeks, but you just kept going and going. Because you felt so good. Would you suggest, like, for me, I feel like people should not go into juicing for the reason of weight loss. I feel like it should be more so for like healing or just rejuvenating your body. Would you recommend doing the juice fast for weight loss purposes, or more so for healing or just, you know, resetting your body and stuff?
So I'm glad you asked that question.
Because I know the first time you did it for weight loss, but this time you did it for healing. So would you recommend that?
I would. Honestly, I tell people, come to heal. You are here to heal, because that's the foundation. Once you can heal your body, now you can go ahead and once you can heal your body, feel better, and now you can do whatever else. Not do whatever else, but you can, oh gosh, the words, where are they? You can focus on other healing that you need to do internally. The weight loss is a benefit of juice fasting. It really is. And actually talking about this with you, that question, there's someone that I've been coaching for a year. She has lost 100 pounds. And
wow.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
We're still in our group. I'm going to interview her soon. I'm pulling her for her pictures. Before and after, it's different. It's completely. But what I will tell you, she started it, and this is full transparency. She wanted to lose weight. She was here to lose weight. She called me. She said, I've been following you from 2020. And, you know, she's like, I've just been looking for juice fasting who's done it so long and this and that. Again, you're looking at a model to see that, okay, if she can do it, maybe I can connect with her. So we started talking, and I gave her my number. This is Instagram. I just gave her my number. You know, I'm always here to help. And I started talking to her. She said, I need to get under 200 pounds. And she was in the almost halfway, little more than halfway over 250. But she said, I need to. So for her, it was to lose weight. And I loved her transparency because what she got from it was she started a healing journey, and she actually now was able to understand that I came here to lose this weight. And with me coming here to lose this weight, there's so many other things that I've taken care of while I was here. So she's lost more than 100 pounds. I can't tell you the number, but we're still on, she's off of her juice fast journey, but now she's on a vegan
Oh, okay.
plant vegan / raw vegan journey. And this
wow.
is something off of her fast. So, you know, coming from the meats and all that stuff, and now she did it. So
That's
many people have different reasons. I don't judge. I mean, you're here, let's work together. Let's, you know, do what we need to do. But there's no judgment, because on this journey, it is very enlightening. There's many things that you will learn as you become more and more into as you get more and more into it. You start to study like the body, you know, holistic health. You start trying to learn. For me, again, I missed this. I started really because of my stomach. Remember with the turning? I started researching vegetables, fruits that would aid me, that would help me. And I found purple cabbage. I'm like, purple cabbage? Like, who juices cabbage? This is stupid. So I went and got the cabbage, and I started juicing purple cabbage. And of course, you know, 2020, everybody trying to get fruits and vegetables, everybody trying to get well. I started buying lots of pineapples because pineapple changes the taste of stuff. Then I started, I figured out, okay, how do I make this juice taste good? Because the thing is, this juice is, I don't want to say ingredients, but I need the nutrients. I need the nutrients from the purple cabbage or the regular cabbage. I needed it. So I needed to make it taste good, because there was no way I was going to drink cabbage juice by itself. So what I intentionally did was started putting these recipes together, and they all had to taste good. That's the key. They all had to taste. If they tasted, it was going to go down the drain. So I made everything taste good. I realized that a little apple and pineapple, made it good. If you did not want that sweetness, then use your cucumber. Cucumber still is good. You're still getting the nutrients from the purple cabbage or the regular cabbage. So I started researching what would help me. You know, I started understanding, okay, maybe I need this for my blood, the beet. And then I started reaching out to herbalists. I went to a herb store and told a gentleman that owned the store, hey, I'm on a juice fast. This is an old Indian guy. And he said, I need you to drink this. I went home and I made it. It was beet, lemon, parsley, and apple. I started drinking it because I said, oh, everybody knew something that could help me and what I was going through. So what I love about fasting was that I got to be able to try these new recipes, try these that would help me. I hate celery. I still do to this day. I can eat it, but doesn't mean I love it. I know that celery is beneficial, so I started figuring out, how do I make this taste good so that I can drink it? And everything I did, the intent was I needed to be tasteful so I can drink it. I need to heal. So that was the goal.
Need to be able to enjoy what you ingest, even if it's for healing purposes. You still want to enjoy it, so you don't end up binging later.
Yes. So it's, did you use any spices? I'm trying to read some comments as we go, and you can stop me or whatever. Did I use any spices on my fast? No, not at all. And I rarely do. And lately I've been adding maybe a little black pepper to the, what do you call it? When you pick it up in the store, the shots, the ginger shots. But I didn't do any of those herbs, those spices.
Yeah, you guys put the questions in the question box. I was trying to go up and find some, but this thing, I don't even know how to explain. It's hard for me to scroll up.
Yeah.
I can't explain it. So y'all put the questions in the question box, please, if you have some questions for, what is your real name? I'm sorry. I just realized I don't.
So it's Trinessa, like Vanessa.
Oh, okay.
Trinessa, like Vanessa. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Like Vanessa Trinessa, yeah. And everyone calls me Trin, so I just say I'm Trin. Yeah.
Trin. So let me ask you this question. I've never done juice fasting, but I have done like full raw vegan cleanses, and I did one in January. I had some detox symptoms, and I even had like a little healing crisis and stuff. Did you have any negative? I know you felt good overall, but did you have any detox symptoms, negative detox symptoms, or any healing crisis, like something got worse before it got better?
Yeah, well, I didn't. I had minor. In the first 2 days were extremely hard. I kind of wanted to just like punch someone in the face. I couldn't because your body is screaming for salt and sugar. So I had some headaches. I had like these headaches that I couldn't explain. And I knew that it was a part of your body detoxing. And I always warn people, your body is going to want that sugar or the salt. It's what it's used to. It wants it. And my first day was good. It was good. My second day was miserable, because that's when the headache just started to kick in. It just got louder and louder. And I just didn't understand, like, man, I have to drink water and drink juice. Oh my gosh. So that was one of the things I experienced on the second and the third day. By partially the end of the third day, the fourth day, it was gone. Another thing is you break out in bumps, your face, your skin, like on your face, pimples. Whatever, you just have these pimples, and in a matter of a week, your face is clear, your skin color, it changes. It's like you have this glow. So those were the two things that I honestly experienced. Didn't have any crisis. That's
good.
Everybody's juice fasting journey is different. I always tell this to everybody. And here's another thing. Every time you do a juice fast, it's going to be different. It's never the same. So I always tell people, don't compare your fast to my fast, her fast. This is your healing journey. Like, your body is different from mine. So every juice fast journey that I've been on, I've been on fast when my head has not hurt at all. Like in the first day or two.
It's different every time.
And I feel as though my body, because I fast so frequently, my body is kind of used to like, okay, we know what we're doing. But for someone new to fasting, just trying it out, I tell people, make it to the end every day. That's the goal. Because every day is going to be different, and with you going through day one, your body is fine. But by the time you get to day two, I promise you, you're going to have some issues because you're not going to deal with it. And your mind is so strong and powerful. You can be on a fast and you can be holding your juice and walking to the kitchen refrigerator to open it, and you would put something in your mouth and forget, oh my God, I'm fasting. I've done it. Like, I've done fast in many ways, and there were times that I just forgot I was fasting.
Just forgot with that quick second, right?
Your mind, I mean, you can be driving in a car, and sometimes you're not even thinking about where you're going. And sometimes I look, oh my gosh, I'm in Publix. I didn't need to come here for anything.
Yeah.
It's just your mind is used to it. Yeah. So you have to, that's why I'm like, you have to be so intentional. I tell people you have to be ready, because you're not fighting anybody but yourself on a fast. You're fighting yourself. You really are. It's just, that's why I said it gets so much more personal, gets deeper, because your mind and body has to connect, and they have to operate as a unit. Perfect example. Sometimes we see food and we're like, oh my gosh, I'm so hungry. No, we just ate. Let's just say we just ate an hour ago. Yeah. And then we see food and we want to eat again. We want to eat, but this is still full down here. Your stomach is still full, but we want to eat. So if we want to eat, we're going to tell to eat. So what we're going to do, we're just going to sit down and do it. So yeah, that's why I said fasting, it's the mind and the body. It has to connect. It has to.
Totally. I have a question about this kind of little bit TMI, but how was your bowel movements? Because when you're juicing, you're not getting like all the fiber you would if you were just eating whole fruits and stuff. So for 5.5 months-ish that you were juicing, how was your bowel movements? Did you boo-boo every day? Did you have to do an enema?
But I didn't do the enema. I just, I'm going to one day. I promised myself I got to get there. But yeah.
The thought of something going in my butt just makes my butt cheeks cringe.
Yeah.
I'm just,
I'm going to do it. I'm going.
One day.
Yeah, I'm going to do it.
But during the fast, how was your bowel movements? Since you're not getting a lot of fiber.
So here's the thing. Bowel movements were there for at least a month and a half, maybe going into the second month. It was there, it's just you have so much in you. And I mean, some days it would be a little, and other days you just go there and TMI, but everything's
just a mountain.
Yeah. Everything just really falls out. Yeah.
So it only lasted for like the first couple of months, and then it kind of disappeared a little bit.
Yeah, it really did. Gosh, there are so many things that I wish I documented better on it, and I have the videos, and I was trying to write through it, but then there were days that I just didn't feel like it. I was just going with the flow each and every day. Like I said, the bowels was fine. When you first start off, you're in the bathroom every second, and at night you have to wake up several times at night. Your body, you realize that you're holding, and you have to just go, whether it's pee or whatever. I constantly just kept going in the first month and a half, and the peeing was within the first week. By the second week, all of that had died down. Everything went back to like normal. It's like your body adjusts. Your body really adjusts to it.
So when you started eating again, was it like making up for lost time with the bowel movements? Like,
oh God, yeah,
going crazy.
Oh God, yes. Listen, and transparency. I have done so many different fasts. I have come off the wrong way. I always warn people, because I tell people, if I tell you something, it's trust me, because I've been there. You have to. That's why it's important to just slowly ease back into it, because again, you have all these things that's going into your body, and honey, you do not want to be sitting on that toilet screaming for Jesus, because it can happen. Yeah. Because a lot of people sometimes think, oh, I did all this. No, you're going now. Everything that you took time to like fix, now all of a sudden you're just like flushing it down the drain. No, yeah. That will hurt. So take your time, definitely.
Yeah. I want you to, I'm going to start wrapping it up. It's coming on an hour. I want you to talk to everyone about your program or your group. I'm not sure what you call it, but your juice support group, if you will. Yeah. Talk to them about that. How can they join? I saw some comments of like, where can I get your juice recipes? I think somebody said, I want to do it. So talk to people about if they want to join your support.
Oh my gosh. I have had a juice support group from January to now. And we are 8 months in, and I'm going to tell you, many people have gotten to their goals and left, and other people have came on, other people have left, everything. But I've just been there. It's been 8 months. This time, I'm going to be honest with you, I can work with you one-on-one, but in terms of the group right now, I mean, if I started it again, it'll possibly be the beginning of the year. It's just that I've been going for 8 months straight, and there was times that when I started it, I would go every night for like the first 3 months, literally every night at 9 p.m. I'm on a Zoom. And that was just time given. So if you ask me questions, I literally would help you, walk you through it. I've done it over and over. I will tell you exactly what the first week would be like. I would get you ready. I would make sure that you have, my support. You can reach out to me always. Secondly, I wrote a recipe book. It's on my website, accordingtotrend.com. It's in my bio. It's a book of recipes that got me through. Again, I really said that everything had to taste good. Heck, I was in it. I just needed to heal. And people just kept asking, like, how do you do this? What are you putting? So I just created this book of just recipes that I can just help you with, simple recipes to get you started. Now, if I was to just go ahead and juice you some kale with some spinach, with kale, spinach, and let's just say a cucumber, you would not drink it, because I totally would not drink it. It would be something, yeah, it would probably taste like grass. So this is why I tell people, I introduce you to juicing with delicious tasting juices, because once I can string you in with these juices, you're going to go deeper in and then realize that, you know what, I need cabbage, or I need some bell peppers, or I need some sweet potatoes. So you will eventually branch off and try different things. So books are available on accordingtotrend.com. And again, I'm here. If you inbox me, if you want to get started, I tell you, take it one day at a time. If you want to do 5 days, 7 days, I'll walk you through it. But the thing is, you have to want it. You have to want to heal. It truly works, and that's why I'm here to tell people. Did I say?
That's amazing. You guys, check out her bio, check out her page. She has wonderful content. She makes me feel like I want to fly just by looking at her videos. I'm like, I feel cleansed on your behalf. No. You guys check her out if you want to join or get some support, get some guidance on the juice lifestyle, because she's been doing this for about 11, 12 years-ish. So check her out. Follow her. Inbox her if you want some assistance. Are you still going on Zoom every single night with people?
I'm still there. This is 8 months later. I literally.
Child, that's some dedication right there.
It's not every night, but it was every night for the first 3 months, and then I went to 4 months. Then it just went to Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Mm-hmm. But again, it's my heart, and I just feel as though if I can be a blessing to someone.
Yeah.
I grew up in a church where, we used to sing a song, it only takes a spark to get a fire going. Well, God gave me that spark, and that spark is what I go ahead and pass to somebody else.
Yes, girl.
I'm not here forever. Eventually, one day we're all gone. But what we can do is we can start changing the future, changing it for our kids, our grandkids, our friends, letting them be aware that, hey, these fruits and vegetables were not just put here to be pretty on the earth, they're put here to heal us. Yes. And if we truly can go ahead and, flush our bodies and flood it, we really can heal. So it's about breaking those health generational curses. Don't let a doctor say to you, just because your mother, your grandmother, your auntie, your uncle, just because they have diabetes, you don't have diabetes. Just because they have high blood pressure. I've lost a ton of family members to all of those sicknesses. And when it was time for me, when I saw those numbers and I was feeling a certain way, when they told me, hey, this is what, I said, there's no way. There's no way I'm going down like this. So
time to stop it here. We got to stop it here for the rest of the generations in our families.
Exactly. Because they're watching.
To be like that.
No, they're watching. And if I get to help people, I get to do this. Mm-hmm. I get to share my journey, which is, sometimes I just prefer to be quiet, but I get to share my journey and get to go ahead and have somebody have that moment of hope.
That's ministry. That is ministry, girl.
Yeah. It's the hope that you can heal. It's the hope that you don't have to feel this way. Heck, I may have Joe Cross. I remembered he said he was fat, sick, and nearly dead. That's how I felt. He was on a lot of medications, and he got off of every one.
Yes. And
if he can get off of it, tell me you can't. It's about the foods that you're putting in your body. You have to totally decide that I'm done. I'm done with this. And it's hard. I'm not saying it's easy. It's hard, but you have to want to live. And that's again what I keep telling people. If you want this, literally, shut off the world for the next 4 or 5 months. Shut off the world for 2 months. Shut them off for 1 month.
Yeah, even 30 days, girl.
Focus. Literally, okay? People keep saying, but okay, do you juice, what do they say? Oh, well, should I have this for breakfast, lunch, dinner? I'm like, girl, just drink.
Okay, just drink. Don't even
drink.
don't
Okay,
plan it.
whatever you're going to drink, because I've tried it every way and it works. I'm not going to lie to people. It works, but you have to flush your body. You have to drink as much as you can. You're filling your body. You know, one of my favorite juices lately has been watermelon and pineapple. I share it. I used to like cilantro, lime, apple, pineapple, ginger, but it's watermelon season. And
That sounds good.
I cannot have enough of it. It tastes like Kool-Aid. I grew up in Kool-Aid days, okay? I grew up in that lifestyle where we would make Kool-Aid the pitcher, and by the end of the day, it's gone. But this is 100% natural.
And natural sugars. Natural sugar.
Exactly. Exactly. So anyhow, if I can inspire you, reach out to me.
And you already have. I've seen some people say great interview, and I think people are really appreciating all the information you're giving. Thank you guys so much for watching this. I hope you were all inspired, because I feel inspired. Maybe I might do a 3-day. I don't know about no 165 days, but I might be able to do it 3 days.
Exactly.
You gotta start small.
Yeah.
You start small, y'all. You know. But yeah, thank you so much, Trin. I appreciate you coming. Yes, thank you so much for sharing. It was a blessing to hear your testimony and just your sharing. And this is purpose, okay? This is purpose. This is your purpose, and God is using you to help others. So you guys hit her up in the inbox if you want her to help you as well. And so you can change your life and change and heal your body, y'all.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, T Vegan. She said, "Love this. You're an inspiration, Trend."
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, guys. Okay, so you guys, up next week I'll be interviewing Earth to Tila. Excuse me. She's an herbalist. So we're going to talk to her about all that. You know, I'm not really big on herbs and stuff, but I know there's a lot of great herbs out there that are really great for your body. So we're going to tune in and find that out. Trin, thank you so much. You guys, make sure you follow her. Hit her in the inbox. And I will see you guys next week. God bless you all. Stay tuned for my flyer. Bye, Trin.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.